back, it's the I word. No, not indictment, impeachment. This time of President Biden. But how likely is that to happen? House Republicans are moving closer to opening an impeachment inquiry for President Biden. This as key committees step up their investigations into the Biden family's business dealings. But some Republicans are hesitant to pursue impeachment right now. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy just days ago saying Republicans will discuss this when it heads back to work, Congress that is, next week following the Labor Day holiday. But joining us right now, South Carolina Congressman Ralph Norman in with us. Good morning to you, Congressman. First, I got to ask you, does impeachment mean the same thing, you think, as it did years ago? I think about President Clinton. I think about President Trump. What is the consequence of impeachment or an impeachment inquiry when you say it comes to President Biden?
Sure, an impeachment inquiry just gives you the hearing time or space to gather more information. It gives you more subpoena power. It puts it in front of the American people. And Adriana, you got to realize under the Democrat-controlled House, for years, you didn't hear a thing about this. It's only until the Republicans took over in January that they started shedding light on this. And look what's been found so far. This isn't just hearsay. This is the business partner of Hunter Biden, Devin Archer, making claims that the President of the United States basically was involved with money that was sent to from different countries to the U.S., and taxes hadn't even been paid. And so if not now, when? Now's the time to open it up. An actual impeachment is when you look at the facts, you have the hearings, and you move toward impeachment and sending it to the Senate. And so it's two different things, but the information gathering, for the life of me, I can't understand why everybody wouldn't want that.
Well, yeah, your party is quite split on this. There are some people who agree with you completely and think there's just enough evidence, but other Republicans say they need to have more concrete evidence before following through with an inquiry. What proof do you believe is sufficient right now? What is the big sticking point that you see? Is it the emails or the phone calls?
Well, it's all the above. Look at the suspicious activity reports, over 155. Look at the LLCs that tie directly back to the president in some form or fashion. Look at the trips that Hunter Biden took on Air Force Two all over the world. So I don't know what other concrete things that people are looking at that they think they need. And why not gather more information? Why not subpoena those who have some input? The two whistleblowers. People are just coming forward, and they don't have anything to gain out of this. So you're looking at the leader of the free world, and you're looking at seeing what he did and when he did it. And if it leads to nowhere, that's fine. But President Biden's gotten by with just saying it's not true. Had no conversations with my son. That's just not the facts, and the facts need to speak.
The White House has a response. They said, in part, instead of focusing or pursuing this shameless and baseless impeachment stunt, House Republicans and Speaker McCarthy should join the president to work on continuing to bring down inflation, lower costs, create jobs, and grow the economy. I have a question for you, just out of curiosity. You know, a lot of people in this country, both Republicans and Democrats, probably are curious. Why are certain House Republicans harping on this particular issue so much when we have things like immigration reforms that need to be made? I mean, in the midst of a severe national crisis, where cities like New York, Manhattan, looking more like a refugee camp, why isn't Congress focusing on issues like that?
Well, the question is, why isn't the Biden administration, who he's the president of the United States, why is he allowing this purposely to happen? Why isn't he closing the border? Why is he weaponizing the DOJ? Why is he advocating for criminals to go free with no consequences? Why is he not focusing on the supply chain shortage? And the list goes on and on. This president is complicit, and it looks like he sold out to other countries, and this country's in a downfall, in a downward spiral. It's time to get to the bottom of it, and there's got to be consequences. And you don't have that until you have the facts, put them before the American people, and then they will be the ultimate judge. But now's the time, and if not now, I don't know when.
Congressman Ralph Norman, thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.